live from Mark Macres Memorial Stadium on the campus of Monterey Trail High School. Touchdown Productions, now in our 14th season, broadcasting local high school sports television, is proud to present the Nevada Union Minor Football. Tonight, their third game of the 2010 season, your DVL Division I section champion, Nevada Union Miners, take on the Monterey Trail Mustangs. It's a rematch of last season's Division I championship game, and all the football action starts right here, right now. It's your NorCal Game of the Week. The Miners take their high-powered offense and stingy defense on the road again this week, setting a course for Elk Grove, California, in the home of the Monterey Trail Mustangs. Good evening, football fans, wherever you are across our worldwide audience. Jim Adams, the voice of the Nevada Union Minor Football, along with my good friend, my partner who I get to work with, who I started with, Marty Mortensen, our producer-director, as usual, Inside Commander 2, Gil Dominguez, and, of course, the rest of the Touchdown Production Sports team. We've made our trip to Elk Grove tonight, and we're in a position to bring you this preseason game. Marty, everybody's been waiting for this one.
What a great big treat here tonight to be back in the booth with you, Jim. I'm looking forward to it. And we're here at Monterey Trail Mustang Stadium on a mission that they want to prove that they can play a whole lot better than they did on that cold, wet December day in last year's championship game. Well,
you know, Marty, it was very cold. It was very wet. It was extremely windy in Stockton as the Miners dispatched the Mustangs easily to take their fifth section title. But now it is different. A clear day, a dry field, a warm weather. They traveled to the Mustangs' home ranch after two games that looked completely different for the Miners.
Yeah, and the first game that the Miners played, it was a defensive battle against McQueen from Reno, where the Lancers scored on a block punt that turned out to be the difference in a 12-7 decision for the Lancers.
But then there was last week at Ponderosa. The Miners' offense totally gelled. They unleashed 40 points in a 41-20 victory.
And Jim, now that the offense is starting to get its footing together, it'd be interesting to see if the Miners can put it all together tonight in this high-profile game that everyone is watching.
Remember tonight, in this high-profile game, tonight's game and all of our football telecasts can be seen on demand at NevadaCountyTV.org. So while the teams continue to warm up, we'll remind you that you are watching exclusive coverage of Nevada Union Minor Football on the Touchdown Production Sports Network.
Experience Roadhouse food from around the world at the Old 5 Mile House on Highway 20, your 5-minute getaway for fun and family dining. Your host, Robert Smith, has transformed the Old 5 Mile House patio into a charming oasis with live music almost every day. You'll find good value and good times, and in September, enjoy the taste of Italy along with the core menu of Roadhouse food. Get something for everyone at the Old 5 Mile House, your 5-minute getaway.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call. Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Larry Ingersoll, Chief Title Officer and Manager of Placer Title in Grass Valley. Welcome to Placer Title's new office at 380 Sierra College Drive, Suite 100, Grass Valley. Placer Title's been in Nevada County since 1995 and has supported all the local athletics and especially minor football. So remember to look for Placer Title at our new home on Lytton Hill near Sierra College at 380 Sierra College Drive, Suite 100, Grass Valley.
The Painter family has been taking care of feeding Nevada County families since 1959, and in October we'll celebrate 50 years of service to you. At both locations of SPD, you'll always find USDA choice beef and a full-service meat department, a complete deli section, produce department, post office, and everything else that makes SPD so special. SPD Markets, hometown proud, where your neighbors shop.
And, of course, by Touchdown Productions. We are beginning our 14th season of local sports television. Jim Adams with you tonight, along with Marty Mortensen, saying thanks for tuning in and making us the #1 sports telecast in the Foothill. Remember, all of our Game of the Week telecasts since 1997 are now available on DVD, including tonight's 2010 football season and tonight's game. They're all great sports moments produced by Touchdown Productions, now seen streaming all over the world at NevadaCountyTV.org. Just click on Watch NCTV Now or On Demand for the latest broadcast of your NorCal Game of the Week. And tonight, Marty, we have kind of a classic rematch of what we saw last December. And yes, the weather conditions were dramatically different at the University of Pacific when Nevada Union kind of dismantled a highly touted Monterey Trail team 20-2. And so tonight you kind of see a tale of two stories. You see the Monterey Trail team that says we want revenge, and you see the NU team that says bring it at us, but this in essence is another preseason game for us.
And they have been posting up in their locker room, the Monterey Trail the team, that they are out for definite revenge against this the Minor Magic. And one of the things that harkens back to the game in December is they thought they should have won that game.
They certainly did, but by the time it was over, the Miners had taken them apart decisively. But that was then, and this is now. Had a chance to talk with the coaches before the game. They said this is going to be a tough game. It will be a good test for the Miners. It will be a snapshot early in the season of who the D1 powers really are. And as we mentioned, for Monterey Trail, they look at it as a game of redemption and how they should have won last year. And you know, we saw a few transitions last week. The Nevada Union offensive line, when in the game against McQueen, the first week of the season, really struggled. Last week they got their assignments down. They started to come together. The whole team looked dramatically differently. But there might be a big difference between last week's Ponderosa team and this week's Monterey Trail team. The key tonight will be execution and how the Miners work on their game plan.
Well, based on the walkthrough that we watched tonight, with Coach Humphers was very pleased with what he saw. There's a lot of enthusiasm on both sides of the ball, so I'm looking forward to a very well played game tonight. And both of these teams are fine, well coached, and executable teams, and so I think that we're in for a good game tonight, Jim.
We'll be back in a moment to highlight the Monterey Trail team. You're watching exclusive coverage of Nevada Union Minor football on the Touchdown Production Sports Network.
Gold and silver are more important as a part of your investment portfolio more now than ever before. There's inflationary pressures. China alone could push the gold price more than double from $1,000 to $2,000 an ounce. Hi, my name is Jason Hommel, and welcome to the JH Mint. Here at the JH Mint, we have all sorts of gold and silver. We have about 200 ounces of gold. We have about 20,000 ounces of silver or more in stock. We also assay or scrap gold jewelry and placer gold, and we will be here for all of your gold and silver investing needs Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Your car or truck is an extension of your personality. Chuck Cavros knows this, so Top This delivers truck and auto attitude every day with in-store displays featuring thousands of products from WeatherGuard, DZ, bracket truck racks, along with a large selection of aftermarket performance products, all from the top manufacturers. So give your car or truck the attitude it deserves at Top This Truck and Auto Accessories. The Hauser family reminds you if it's round, rubber, and it rolls, then you're sure to find it at Plaza Tire and Auto Service. From regular car and truck tires to small specialty tires for your trailers and golf carts, you can trust Plaza Tire has the tire for you. They stake their reputations on it every day. Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs, in Penn Valley, Nevada City, and in Colfax.
Hi, my name's Mark from Swayze's Public Wholesale at 140 East McKnight Way. At Swayze's, we have all kinds of automotive tools. We have all kinds of fasteners, 3 different pitches of metrics. We have safety equipment. And don't forget our glove world. We carry over 600 styles of gloves. If your canopy was damaged this winter, we have all the parts and supplies to fix and repair it or expand it. It's Swayze's Public Wholesale. We have everything you need for everything you do. Open every day. 8 to 5 on the weekdays, open till 4 on the weekends.
20 minutes, I'll be there. And by Touchdown Productions, celebrating our 14th season of local sports television. Jim Adams with you tonight, along with Marty Mortensen. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure to follow Touchdown Productions on Facebook. That's right, you can now become a fan of Touchdown Productions on Facebook and log in on all the sports we cover in the foothills. You'll be able to make comments and see clips of our telecast, like tonight's football game here at Monterey Trail. It's all waiting there for you at the new Touchdown Productions on Facebook. Log on, tune in, and become a fan of Touchdown Productions today. Marty, let's talk a little bit about this Monterey Trail team. Who should we key in on tonight?
Okay, there are 3 key players that were in that championship game last year. Look for number 37, Drake Toffee. And he had a great season last year, and so far this year, he's a 510-pound. A 510. That's good.
That is one big dude.
Dude, no wonder you got to watch for him. Huh?
That's like 2 players.
No kidding. He's 5'10", 175-pound senior, and he's already rushed for 169 yards in 2 games. And then you got to look for their big quarterback. He's also 5'10", 175 pounds, and he threw last year for 1,009 yards with 17 touchdowns. And so far this season, he's 9 of 11 for 212 yards and 4 touchdowns. With that he had a big week last year, the 42-27 win over Fairfield. So look for those 2 players along with Derek Bellamy, which leads the team now with 176 rushing yards. Those are the 3 players from last year that were very exciting in that championship game.
And we will now rise and enjoy our national anthem.
Sophie's like, that's for Jason's house. I was like, oh crap. So it's still in there. It's just like a little square.
By the sun's earthly light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
We are just about ready to get underway here at Monterey Trail for what promises to be an excellent showdown, a tune-up. Nevada Union looking to carry on from last week's performance that was much improved over week 1. But when you look at it, week 1 is often a game where you kind of get a feel of who you are and get ready to make your adjustments. The Miners most certainly did that for week 2. However, this week a little bit unique in that this Monterey Trail squad is a very good team, and both teams are very motivated to win tonight's contest. For the Miners, they want to reduce their penalties. They want to keep an excellent turnover ratio. Last week they caused 4 turnovers to 1 turnover for the Miners, and they had many games last season where they had no turnovers. So the Miners want to continue the momentum from last week's Conquest versus Ponderosa and make this week another week on which they can build. But in the way with that is a very strong defensive team in Monterey Trail, a strong defensive line, a strong O-line for Monterey Trail too, Marty.
Certainly is, and as you can look out on the field now, the Nevada Union Miners lost the coin toss, and they will be kicking off and going out on the 40-yard line to do the kicking is Lawrence Reese. So we're just about ready to get underway. And here with the call, your own Nevada Union favorite, Jim Adams.
Thank you, Marty. Ethan Clark, one of the two deep men for Monterey Trail. And this game just about ready to get underway. High and deep, retreating near the goal line, but takes it at the 5. Comes up to the 5, the 10, the 15, the 20, gets into the secondary, and finally will go down at about the 36-yard line. Gang tackling by Nevada Union. And Drake Toffe takes that ball out to about the 35, where Monterey Trail will start 1st and 10.
He was one tackle away and one move away from going the distance on that return, Jim.
He was. Miners were fortunate to stop him at the 36-yard line. So Mike Calvin at quarterback for Monterey Trail. Double back offense, goes to the first man through and picks up about 3 yards on the play.
Tackle by a shift of Miners.
The Miners were bunched up on that line of scrimmage and kept that from a big run. But so it looks like they're just doing the basic things to start this game off with.
So a 2nd and 7. 2 wideouts on the near side. And throws here, almost a screen, may have been. Miners come in, that's going to bring up a 3rd down play.
Michael came up and saved that, made a great tackle on that. Very close to the 1st down. That'll bring up 3rd and about 1, Jim.
Michael Worthen on the reception. So the Miners with their first test defensively. Coming in, Mike Calvin receiving the call from the sidelines. Opening moments here at Monterey Trail, Nevada Union and Monterey Trail, a rematch of the section championships. Handoff, and that is good 1st down yardage. Drake Toffe on the carry.
Number 37, Drake Toffe on the carry.
Calvin was holding on to that ball along with the running back, and they both got the 1st down.
Toffe on the season, 37 carries, 169 yards, 2 touchdowns. And the Mustangs lug the ball, the 1st down yardage, now at the 46 of Monterey Trail. 2nd man through, big yardage, 1st down.
Now the Miners were playing a 5-man front on that one, and once he got by the line of scrimmage, he was into the secondary for a big gain, enough for a 1st down.
Derek Bellamy on the carry. We'll see him on both sides of the field, both on offense and defense. Offensively, 29 carries for 176 yards, 1 touchdown on the season. And the Mustangs are moving. Here's the pitch. Good blocking out in front. A nice gain on the play. Picks up about 6 yards. And this offensive line early on for Monterey Trail is really busting out, aren't they, Marty?
Certainly are. They are putting it to the line at the line of scrimmage, and right now they've so far got the advantage of moving the Nevada Union line back on each running play.
So another 1st and 10, 2-back offense. Throws now over into the flat. That is complete. Looked like a block in the back over there, and it was. The penalty flag flies there late on the play, and that will negate the game.
That was a quick pass out into the flat. to the second receiver, and he looked like he was trying to break it to the post, and all of a sudden the Miners came in and stuffed it. But like you said, there is a flag on the play, and it's going to go against the Mustangs.
Well, let's take a look at that previous play, Marty. That
okay,
pitch.
you can see he breaks to the outside, and there's only a couple of Miners out there, but then a good tackle in there by Vallejo to slow him up, and then finishing him off with center. So that's a big gain, but now they're going to have to march back with that block in the back.
And so this will be a good early test for the Mustangs. What had been a 2nd and 3 and a first down gained becomes a 2nd and 13. At the 44 of Nevada Union, Calvin under center. Handoff, not much yardage. Miners with good gang tackling. Maybe 4 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, good stuffing that ball carrier. That was Talbot. Excellent tackle just a short gain on the play, so the ball's just outside the 40-yard line of Nevada Union.
Connor Keith exiting on this 3rd and long. Calvin may have to go to the air on this 3rd and long. And he does. He tries that play out into the flat. A good gain and a 1st down. Miners had a chance of really hemming him in. Bodie Weiniger was right there, but could not get to him. And so the Miners convert, Marty. I mean, a good possession for them. They have a 2nd down and long, a 3rd and long, and yet they convert.
Yeah, well, that was 3rd and 10, but it's just a quick flare out into the flat and just going down the sideline with great speed and then cutting it back into the post. And look at that. They pick up that 1st down, 44.
Michael Worthen. First man through. Miners converge on him. Defense by committee. Bodie Weiniger in on that one.
Garrett runs for a yard or so before he's tackled by half the Miner defense.
And Adriel Harding also in on that play, so it'll bring up a 2nd down and 9.
Jim, looks like the Miner front line has got the run figured out pretty much, but so far the flats out to the fast receivers has really been causing them some problem.
And you've seen those screens right, screens left. That's where they've gained the yardage here. And there's a pitch. Also has been a play that works well. And this one works well. Deep into Miner territory.
1st down.
Tackle by number 3, Gabe Humphers.
That was Bellamy, the ball carrier. You can see they're taking the passes to the outside and now the pitch to the outside, and all 3 times have picked up big yardage.
Well, like you said, Marty, the run the Miners have been able to defend pretty well, but the varied passing offense right and left has been more difficult. 6:36 to go, 1st quarter action. No score, but the Mustangs are driving. There's a handoff up the middle. Nice penetration.
That'll pick up about 4 yards.
Drake Tofey on the carry.
Calvin, the quarterback, is a good ball handler, as he's very deceptive in there.
And
all the backs can run quite well here.
This drive's taken up a lot of time, coming up on the 6-minute mark of the 1st quarter. And at the 11, they can get a, and there's...
Boy, there was somebody missed the start count. And a Miner just got rolled on his back.
Well, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 11. That'll move them back 5 yards.
That hasn't seemed to stop them so far. They've had 2nd and 12, 2nd and 12, 2nd and 10, and now 2nd and 11 again, and they've always seemed to deliver.
Marty, they come up with the answer. So let's see if the Miner defense can stiffen here. Calvin with 2 backs, 1 in motion, comes up with a single back, and gives it on over to Drake Toffe. Not much of a gain on the play.
Making the tackle was Vallejo, but he looks like he was slow to get up. He was.
We're going to call it 3rd down and 7. At about the minor 13.
Big play here, Jim, as so far they have converted when it's been long yardage. So I would look for a pass by Calvin.
7 minutes into this drive, 5 minutes to play in the first. So a big 3rd down play. Can the Miners defend it? And they can. Calvin takes it himself, gets a very short gain, and that's going to bring up 4th down and long.
He tried to go over, fake to the inside, and then he took the ball and kept it on his own and tried to go over left tackle and was brought down by the right side of the Nevada Union line. So that was a big 3rd down stop. Bring up 4th and about, looks like 7. They may, if they have a field goal kicker, this would be a good time to bring him in.
And look what they do. They take timeout. They say early on here, this is a pretty important play. Do we come up with points or don't we?
Yeah.
And like you said, on a 4th down and 7, even though they're very deep in Miner territory, the fact of the matter is they've got to be saying to themselves, okay, we're 7 minutes, almost 8 minutes into this drive. We better come up with something.
Right. And the thing is, if Nevada Union can hold them here, and they've had that ball for 3/4 of this first quarter, I would that'll kind of turn the momentum right around and just negate all of that drive that they did, and that marching down the field into the inside the red zone of Nevada Union. So points are important here.
Well, they are, and a big play here early in that do they score the first touchdown against Nevada Union in more than one game, if you take into consideration last year's section championship, or is it the same old thing, and do the Miners get the turnover as they did so many times in the section championship game at University of Pacific? Marty, do you think they need to turn this music up a little louder?
Yeah, well, maybe a little bit louder for us old people. But now the Nevada Union fans are stomping in the stands, and they're going to go for it. The big 4th down defense for Nevada Union.
And do they try to get the Miners off sides? Nope, it's a handoff up the middle. And the ball's on the turf.
Let's see if he came up with it. And
I don't think that he made it. I think it's
very close.
I think it's going to be the Miners' ball. I think the Miners have held. The Miners are indicating they have, and so have the officials.
Well, that's going to be a heartbreaker
Marty,
for the
a
Mustangs.
7-minute, 44-second drive comes up with nothing.
No, that is I don't know what unless they don't have a kicker. We'll have to see. But if they don't have a field goal kicker, then I would have definitely come away with try to get some points after that long drive.
Well, and now they turn it over to the Miners. The Miners definitely want to come out fast offensively to start this game, even though they're at the 5-yard line. And that's a quick snap and a nice run. Connor Keith on the carry. That went right to Connor Keith rather than to Josiah Pay, and it turns out to be a nice 5-yard gain on the play. So the Miners get out of the hole. They move from the 5 to the 10, and now they have a little breathing room. I expect to see kind of a 50-50 mix of passing and running. This should be Jake Tilley.
He picks up a big gainer close to a 1st down. It'll bring up 3rd and short.
That play worked very well last week. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and short for Nevada Union, so they've got to find a play here that's going to get them the, I'm going to say, 1 3/4 yards that they need in order to get a 1st down. Marty, this first quarter has flown by.
Oh, no kidding. It's a big play here.
Josiah Pay throws it, but it's incomplete.
So,
and it was
the Miners are going to be forced to kick. 3 and out and deep in their own territory. I'm surprised they ran a pass. Here's a replay of that.
Take a look at how he sucks in the defenders, Marty, but then look how wide open Jake Tilley is. He gets that to Tilley, and look at that. There's
but
nobody there.
Blocked. Nobody was there to block that defensive guy, and he was right in his face, or else that play might have gone for some yardage. There's a short kick.
And that ball will go into Monterey Trail territory, but will die at the 48 of Monterey Trail. So with 2 minutes 57 seconds left in the first quarter, a long drive by Monterey Trail, 3 and out by Nevada Union. We're still tied at 0.
The Miners defense didn't even get a chance to catch their breath after being out there on the field for over 7 minutes.
And it's not particularly a cool night tonight.
No.
It's pretty warm. I would say temperatures in the 80s still, Marty.
Well, yeah, it was 80 when we got here, and I think it's probably now in the 70s, but that's still pretty warm for football.
So a 1st and 10. Monterey Trail right in front of us. There's the pitch. A nice gain into the Miners secondary. On the play is Drake Toffe with about a 6-yard gain.
Gabe Humphers saved that touchdown because he was able to slow the runner up as he made his turn upfield, and if without that tackle, he didn't bring him down right away, but that could have been 6 points easy.
Toffe being touted as arguably their best offensive weapon this season for the Mustangs. Second man through,
again.
Derek Bellamy. This is Bellamy on the carry, and he picks up a 1st down.
So the Mustangs are making it look very easy. But they're doing everything to the outside. Up the middle is not very productive. To the outside, it's been very productive.
And the yardage for Monterey Trail in this first quarter has got to be some huge statistics. And a 1st and 10 here.
Well, that guy, that tackle broke again. That's the second time he's done that tonight. I think that's Wood, number 57.
So a 1st and 15, and on the final moments of that first drive, it was the penalties that killed them.
Yeah, right. But, I mean, if you're a lineman, offensive lineman, the only thing you got to remember is, 1, you got to remember your assignment, but 2, you got to get the snap count right. You can't. That's the second time for him.
Beautiful.
Cost him 10 yards so far.
Beautiful sunset here in the Elk Grove area tonight. 1st and 15. Throws there. Oh, almost intercepted. That play was read very well by Bodie Weiniger. He comes up with that one, Marty, and he would have rumbled for a while.
That was a touchdown for sure. He had a wide open field, and he got up there to we'll take a look at that replay, how close it was to a touchdown. Now watch this. Quick pass. He smelled it out and just couldn't get both hands on it. Well, that was 6 points.
Maybe, Marty, the Miners show some adjustments on that screen.
That's about the 5th time they've run that already.
And he read that well enough that had he intercepted that ball, it would have gone for a while. And here Calvin calls his own number again, and he gets a short gain on the play, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 12.
Number 21, Michael Calvin, pulls it, runs for about 4 yards. Tackled by number 28, Adriel Hardy.
And a
Calvin, I guess the way the PA announcer.
7, Roseville, nothing.
This is a first quarter that with 1 minute to play has taken about 20 minutes, which is a very short period of time. So 3rd and long. Can the Miners stiffen here on defense? Back to pass. First one over the middle. Man out in front, but incomplete.
He was wide open.
Matt Whitler defending. And Tyler Houlihan also back there deep.
That ball was just overthrown by about a foot, or that was 6 points. He was heading for the house.
So perhaps the Miners in a position to get some decent field position. We are inside the last minute of the first quarter. Back to punt is Drake Toffe. Miners had a block last week. There's the snap. Miners will receive it. Doesn't hand off, and instead terrible field position. They'll start again at about the 5-yard line.
The Mustangs smelled that out as they tried to do a reverse, and the defender did not go for that fake at all and was able to come in. Nobody blocked him and was able to take him down on the 5-yard line, where the Miners will start 95 yards away from pay dirt, and this is only the 5th time they've touched the ball in this quarter.
So Pay under center, handoff. Miners try to get some yardage, and a nice gain on the play by Connor Keith. He started the first drive. He starts the second drive. And that'll bring up about a 2nd down and 6.
This should be the last play of this quarter.
Brock Kraus wide, near side. A little bit of a busted play by Nevada Union. Pay had a hard time getting the ball to Connor Keith that time. And that will be the last play of the first quarter. So we have one in the books here at the home of the Monterey Trail Mustangs. Nevada Union was going to come up with a 3rd down and long, about 5 yards, and the score is tied at 0-0. Marty, fast first quarter and dominated by Monterey Trail. Nevada Union needs to get a few first downs.
Nevada Union only touched the ball 6 times in that first quarter, and they're being outplayed right now.
Well, with that said, I think you got to say positive things for the defense. They surely rose to the occasion at the right moment, and Miners may be fortunate to have a 0-0 tie at the end of the first quarter, but if they could get a first down now and start moving the ball downfield, they'd be in a much better position.
Absolutely right, and that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to get some first downs, complete a pass. They've only attempted 1 pass so far.
And if you look down there, there is Dave Humphers right in the middle of the offense, and I'm sure that he said, hey guys, let's get it in gear. We've got to get a few first downs and give this defense some rest.
Yeah, the defense was out there almost 10 minutes of that first quarter, and you can't do that to your defense. The offense has got to step up and take some time off the clock and put some points on the board.
And so that'll bring up a 3rd down and long. Pay is back, throws to Kraus. Nice reception by Kraus. Close to a first down, and he got it. That was a good reception by Mark Kraus.
Because that ball was thrown over his head, and he reached up there with a great pair of hands and was able to pull that down for the first down.
And a really important first down, Marty.
Okay. Well, let's see where they're going to spot it.
Look at this catch.
Now watch this catch. That's a major league catch right there, NFL type catch.
Brock Kraus had a good game last week against Ponderosa. Play up the middle, but a short gain for Nevada Union.
Number 44,
Connor Keith again on the play.
Gain of a couple.
Keith having a little bit tougher sledding against this defensive line of Monterey Trail than he did last week against Ponderosa.
Yeah, the holes aren't opening up so far, Jim, and that's the difference. Because he cannot, once he breaks the line of scrimmage with a big hole, he can go, but you got to get in there and get that hole open.
So 2nd down, back to passes Pay, throws here, it's complete. Unfortunately stumbles and goes down. Nice reception by Jake Tilley. And the Miners close to a first down. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, Pay was got knocked down. He was really rushed hard. He was trying to go deep down the sideline, and the receiver was open, but he had to take the short man with the little gain.
He's kind of having to take what is there. Big gain by Nevada Union on this one. Up the middle. This is Connor Keith for a first down.
Yeah, that hole opened up that time, and there was some good faking in the backfield, and that was the difference in that. The defense went for the fake, and that was the difference in picking up that big yardage for the first time tonight. The longest gain of the evening for the Miners.
And take a look. Marty's right here. Great deception.
Yeah, see that? They and so they ended up picking up the big yardage.
Jake Tilley in motion, but back to pass. Is going to throw long. Over in the flat. It's complete. Nice catch by Devin Grimes. And so another first down for Nevada Union.
Big first down there, Jim. Some great receptions. Good pair of hands out there by these receivers tonight.
And that ball was placed perfectly by Josiah Pay. Didn't have much room for air.
No, there wasn't.
So now it's the Miners that are moving. Devin Grimes, big hole. He's smashed, but he gets a first down. Grimes again with a good carry.
Boy.
And he didn't get a very good spot on that one, about 2 yards short of where he was really stopped, but it'll be a second down and 2.
If you watch this, Jim, this is almost a broken play on the handoff. Oh, we didn't see it at the line of scrimmage, but he was hit real hard. But it was almost a broken play. They didn't get that. Almost didn't get the handoff.
So Keith right next to Josiah Pay, and he gives it to Keith. Keith trying to find the hole, and he finds enough of a hole to get the first down.
I think he's going to be very close.
Now he's got it.
44, Connor Keith. Tackled by number 44, Michael Worthing.
Oh, a terrible spot. Oh, my gosh.
Third down.
2 difficult spots in a row on 2 offensive plays for Nevada Union.
Well, I thought that ball had crossed the...
Marty, I thought he had penetrated the 35.
Man.
But that's okay. It brings up 2 plays in essence to get about 2 feet. And there it is. There's the first down.
The first down that time. Big hole opened up.
Connor Keith being used way more than he did last week and really rising to the occasion. He's always there for the yardage that they need.
Cody Long, offensive lineman, opened that hole up that Keith was able to run through it, and that made the difference in getting that first down.
So now it's the Miners' turn for an impressive drive here. This is Grimes. Connor Keith leading the blocking. Grimes cuts in, gets a decent gain on the play of about 4 yards.
He was almost able to turn that corner.
Well, and they get a good spot on that one, so about 6 yards on the play. And so timeout is taken by Monterey Trail, and they've got to say, hey, let's stop the bleeding right now. This offense is in gear. They're moving the ball against us. They're picking up 6 or 7 yards of play.
Certainly are. And now that the offensive line is opening up some pretty good-sized holes, and the backs are seeing it and running through and picking up the yardage. So all in all, it's a different set of quarters here, Jim.
And a very animated John Keith on the sidelines with his O-line.
Here's that handoff on the sweep.
Devin Grimes.
And there he is, Grimes with the ball. And if he might have picked up some additional yardage had he stayed to the outside and stayed in behind Connor Keith. But that still was a big gain, and it'll bring up second and about 4.
So suddenly a lot of intensity on the Miner sideline there. You know, they got to be looking, Marty, at this drive of making a statement. You know, say,
exactly.
Hey, we stopped 2 difficult drives of yours. Let's see if we can come back and get some points, and they are at the 26-yard line.
And remember, this drive started on their own 5.
In motion is Jake Tilley. But up the middle is Connor Keith. He picks up the first down, gets some very good yardage again to the 20-yard line, and that will be a 1st and 10 for Nevada Union. 8:20 2:26 to go. The clock is stopped and now starts again here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice tackle in there by number 19, Juan Albaron, as he saved a touchdown. It's hard to bring him, bring Connor Keith down one-on-one.
And Keith is kind of wearing them down, Marty. Single back. Keith again. Tilley in motion.
Oh, broken play.
But it doesn't work, and Pay tries to get away and loses more yardage. Almost escaped to be able to get the ball down, but instead a huge loss for Nevada Union.
Boy, that's a drive killer right there.
Well, with that said, Marty, look at the spot that they got.
I know.
I mean, a very fortuitous spot.
Yeah, but he had forward. Here it is. Now watch this. It was kind of a broken play. Somebody missed the handoff. Poor Pay didn't have a chance. He was being gang tackled in there by 4 Mustangs, so he goes to the ground. But his forward motion was stopped way up close to where the ball was spotted. Now a timeout's going to be called by
Nevada Union.
Yep.
And Dave Humphers wants to get the offense together and say, okay, guys, we've in essence got 3 downs to pick up 17 yards. Here's how we're going to do it.
And then I think more than likely they're going to put the ball in the air to pick up that yardage because it's second and long. Now they don't have to go for it all at once. They can still get a couple of chunks and then get close to that first down on 3rd or 4th and short yardage.
Marty, this game is playing right into your hands. I know that Saturday morning you like to golf, and here we are. We're about 30 minutes into this game. We've expired the first quarter, and we're almost halfway into the second one. So you got to be feeling pretty good about it. Well, except for the hour-and-a-half drive home.
That's true, too. Yeah, I got an 8:10 tee time tomorrow, so I'm
There have been nights where we've done games where you kind of went home, took a shower, and went out to the golf course.
I know some of these games are long. They'll probably have a 50-minute halftime show or something here.
So Pay being called upon here.
First time for shotgun formation.
Fakes the handoff, throws long to Kraus. Kraus needs to get turned around, and they're going to call an incompletion on that one. And Brock Kraus looks back at the back judge and says, hey, what were you looking at there? But they may have said, Marty, that the ball was incapable of being called.
It was because it looked like, Jim, that Kraus broke to the inside and the ball was thrown to the outside, and it was 5-6 yards away from the receiver, and it was just a miscommunication on the route, I think.
So a 3rd down here.
He was wide open.
Yeah, he was there, and when he went to cut back, he had the other defender right there with him, and that's when he kind of got knocked down.
But the ball was thrown to the sideline, and he was cutting into the goalpost. So judgment called by the referee.
3rd and 17. Devin Grimes in motion. Fakes it to Grimes. Now looking over the middle. Now is being rushed. Throws downfield, and it is complete.
There's a penalty
flag. And
might have been a hold.
Or was it roughing the passer?
Oh, no, he signaled an illegal receiver downfield. So I think one of the linemen thought that he was going to run it, but he checked up at the line of scrimmage and then threw the pass. That'll bring it back 5.
So a nice reception that would have gotten the Miners close to a first down. I don't think they still would have had it.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
So a 3rd and 22 coming up. 7:13 to go before halftime. Jim Adams, Marty Mortensen bringing you this rematch of last year's Sac Joaquin Section Division I Championship.
It's not raining and there's still no score.
Correct.
Just like December.
And the Miners have to take a timeout. There seemed to be some offensive confusion.
Right, that's their second timeout.
That's all we ask.
Well, they want to make they want to make sure, Jim, that they've got the right play in for this this situation.
And there we are. Very nice evening here in Elk Grove. We brought our jackets, but something tells me that we're not going to need it tonight, Marty.
I don't think so. We're very nice evening here.
We may need earplugs for this music,
right?
But we won't need jackets for the cold.
I was just wondering if Sean's got my best side here.
I think he does.
You think so?
Yes.
Well, it's sure a pleasure to get back working with you, Jim, after all these seasons.
Nice of Gil to allow us to
work together.
Spend an evening together after all those years, and then he split us up in a not-so-harmonious divorce.
Yeah, for a minute there, I thought I was going to have to go for counseling.
Didn't you?
Well, no, I decided to get a handle on it.
Had a baby. So 3rd and long for the Miners. Let's see what they come up with here. Hay under center. Jake Tilley in motion. Does the wraparound draw to Grimes.
Big hole.
And that is a big hole. That play always works pretty well, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and about 4th down and about 10, I believe. Let's take a look here.
They make
4th and 11.
Try the field goal.
They are. Josh Senna comes in for the field goal.
That was a good Johnson, number 20 for the Mustangs, stayed home on that and was able to keep that from going for 6 points.
So
a first
big
down.
38-yard attempt. Spotted, down, kicked.
Oh, it's off to the left.
And no good. It was short.
No, it came back and hooked in.
Good.
It hooked in.
Oh, Senna hits from 38.
Man, I thought it was wide left.
No, Marty, I think it was right down the center, but I think it just barely pierced the goalpost.
Yeah.
So Josh Senna comes in and hits from 38. So with 6:19 to play, a look at the scoreboard. Nevada Union draws first blood. They lead 3-0.
That was about an 85-yard drive. It was with a couple of miscues that kind of took the Miners out of the touchdown scoring position, but they were able to capitalize with that field goal. Now let's see what we got here. Now watch this, Jim. I think it was a strong kick.
Crossbar.
Kept his head down. And look at that. It looked like it's going to go wide left. And then all of a sudden, just cleared inside the goalpost. Yeah, they signaled it right, but sure fooled me. Here's the kickoff, Jim.
So high and deep. Goes in and out of the end zone for a touchback. And Monterey Trail will now start at the 20 with 6:19 to go in the first quarter.
Good strong leg in there by Lawrence Reese as he kicked that one right into the end zone. No doubt about that. That's a big asset if you got a kicker in high school that can put that ball in the end zone. That is especially when they can't run it back and they got to bring the ball out to the 20.
Coach Racer down on the sidelines. He has his O-line there talking with them right now, but the D is now fresh again after that lengthy drive. And let's see if they can rise to the occasion here. Handoff, right side, big gainer. That could go all the way. The 40, 30, 20. That will be a touchdown for the Mustangs.
80 yards over the right side. Got that big block, and he was gone. They didn't take long to answer that 3 points.
Calvon calls his own number, and it works, and the Miners' lead is short-lived.
Boy, just when you thought the momentum had shifted over to the Miners, all of a sudden, on that quarterback keeper over the right side, breaks it around the corner and takes it 80 yards, and he did not waste any time getting down. Now this is different. Oh, here they come.
Juan Albaran in for the extra point. spotted, kicked,
just barely got
and
over.
good.
Juan Alvaron with the 1-point conversion. Mustangs 7.
So the Mustangs take a 7-3 lead on their first offensive play of their third drive of the night.
Well, that kind of quieted the Nevada Union Miner crowd out here, didn't it? Ooh.
Well, and you know, that's got to give some encouragement to the Mustangs sideline. They've got to kind of be saying to themselves, hey, we now know we can break it against this Miners team. That is 5 more points than they scored in the section championship game.
There's your touchdown production scoreboard, 7-3 now, as the Miners came up with a... Okay, let's take a look at that touchdown replay. Now watch this. It's a fake handoff to the first back through, keeps it himself and just goes right around the corner as Nevada Union went for the fake and took it on all the way down the sidelines into the end zone for 6 points.
A convoy leading him in.
I don't even think that back could even keep up with him. Good speed shown in there by Calvon. Now the Miners will have to do it again.
In to kick off is Ethan Clark. And a squib kick picked up. And actually a nice play by Nevada Union as Mike Champagne.
He was going to start to run it up the field, but I think something clicked in the back of his mind. What the coach says to him, he says, "Fall down." You don't want a big lineman running that ball.
But first time for the Miners, good field position at the 35-yard line. So the Miners with half a quarter to move this ball, trailing by 4. Jake Tilley in motion, fakes it to Jake, now gives it to him on the screen.
And
it may have been a lateral. No, incomplete.
Number 31, Sterling Powell on the coverage.
Looks like Tilley was trying to head upfield before he had a chance to catch the ball, and just kind of maybe took his eye off of it for a minute.
Good picture of Pay coming over to Dave Humphers. And a little bit lacking on some of the pass execution. In fact, one of the goals this week was for the Miners to catch more of Pay's passes, especially those that made it to their hands. And there, unfortunately, was a dropped ball.
Well, broken play, but
here's Josiah Pay. Pay takes that ball for a nice play, slow to get up. And Pay certainly made something of nothing. And he got up a little bit slow.
He's hurting a little bit. You don't want to have your quarterback having to carry the ball into that secondary. He picked up quite a few yards, but you don't want to get him hurt.
So a 3rd down and long. Miners need to get the first down here. Quick drop, 1st down for Nevada Union. Gets away, hard hit on the play over on Brock Kraus. But Kraus with the reception and the Miners with the 1st down.
The Miners on the move again. A little pass out into the flat, just enough to get the 1st down.
The 48 of Nevada Union, 1st and 10. Again, Keith as his single back, Grimes in motion, but this is Pay. Pay with a healthy gain down the left side, a big gain and a 1st down to the 29 of the Mustangs.
Number 11, Josiah Pay on the carry.
There's a flag down again.
Made by number 21, Michael Calvon. Number 31, Sterling Powell.
Big gain, but it looks like it may be called back.
And in the pregame, there was
a holding.
Talk of trying to limit the number of penalties, especially those that crippled you. And that one will end up being a a large 30-yard plus penalty.
Certainly will be, because he got the ball all the way down to the 30-yard line where it had been 1st and 10, and now they're going to march it back.
And it'll be 1st and 12. Inside 5 minutes to go in this second quarter. Nevada Union trailing 7-3. Hay brings in the call. Brock Kraus wide, near side. Man in motion. Back to pass. Long over the middle. Intercepted.
No, incomplete. He had it. Just couldn't hold on. That time Pay threw into double coverage and was almost intercepted.
Miners are hoping that in those situations the Mustangs backers are shorter than Nevada Union, and on a play like that, hoping they might be able to reach to win the fight for those balls.
Now here it comes, and goes up for it, has it, but then the receiver turns into the defender and knocks it away. That's smart play there.
Pay back again. Now throws over the middle, and that one is intercepted. Intended receiver was number 86, Connor Fuller, and Ethan Clark with another interception for the Mustangs. And Josiah has the receivers open in those situations.
Right, they are.
He just didn't hit him.
Just kind of threw it a little bit high over the receiver's outstretched hands and right into the hands of the defender. So now it's 1st and 10 in good field position for the Mustangs.
At their own 38. And good penetration. Calvin again gets about 5 yards on the play.
That was the same play that went for the touchdown. Fake to the fullback into the line and then keep it yourself and try to swing to the outside. And that time Nevada Union had made a fine adjustment and was able to hold it to 5 yards.
But for the Miners, their offense needs to get a little more fluid tonight, Marty.
Right. Uh-oh, there's somebody left early, a flag.
Early motion, and that will take a 2nd and 5 and make it a 2nd and 10.
Looks like everybody knew the height count, but the center didn't.
So slightly more than 10 yards. We'll call it 2nd and 10.
Now a timeout's called again. Second timeout for the Mustangs,
and that's with 3:37 to go in the second quarter. And I would imagine, Marty, one of the things that the Miners want to talk about at halftime is, okay, how do we limit our penalties so that we don't shoot ourselves in the feet offensively?
Yeah, they have stalled about 3 of their drives so far, and all with penalties in key situations where they were either close to a first down or had a first down deep into the Mustangs territory and end up with having to go back 10, 15 yards and then throw an interception. And that just kills you. Coaches have just got to be talking to themselves.
That Josiah Pay big gain over the left side to about the 24-yard line that was negated by that hold. You know, those are momentum stopping plays. So a 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs. And again, Calvin with the ball, and he gets a few yards on the play, but a fairly stingy Miner defense.
And Bush came up and made that stop, so that was a held them to just a couple of yards, and now it's 3rd and 7.
So 3rd and 7, 3:10 to play in the second quarter. Miners again being called upon defensively. And here's the pass out in the flat. Humphreys is there, but it goes right through his hands. Excuse me, I said Humphreys, I meant Matt Whitler.
Boy, that had 6 points written all over it there as he went up for it, but just
went right through his hands. And so Elk Grove will apparently punt. And with 2:53 to go, Josiah Pay and Company perhaps will get another shot. Tyler Houlihan and Josh Senna deep for the Miners. Miners may have too many men on the field. There is the punt. It goes over Senna's way, but goes out of bounds, and they won't have great field position, but not as bad as some of those drives that started at the 5. So 18 at the 18-yard line of Nevada Union. Let's see if the Miners can get it together on this final, what probably will be their final drive of the first half.
Right, 2:45 left to go in the first half. I think they're going to, let's see where they spot the ball. Looks like it's going to be on about the 20.
Okay. No.
Let's see.
Yeah, the 27.
7-yard line, yeah.
Yep. Pay with Keith with him. This is Grimes. Grimes has a blocker, gets a nice block on it, tries to break outside, does, and he's headed down the sideline. Grimes taken out of bounds at the 29-yard line of the Mustangs. So Devin Grimes breaks loose, and a good gain for Nevada Union.
Well, he ran over his blocker and then picked him up again, and then broke it to the outside, and that was a big, big gain.
So Nevada Union back over the ball. 2:28 to go. Flags fly. Probably will be a call against Nevada Union.
Yeah, I think illegal procedure, I believe. Somebody moved. See, just when they get that momentum going, Jim, they end up. Let's take a look at that big gain. There's that sweeping to the outside, and that is Grimes. And he's trying to get his blocker set up there, and he runs over him. That looked
Mike
like
Champagne.
That looked like number 63.
Mike
and it
Champagne.
Was. Mike Champagne.
Champagne did a great job. I mean, he bowling balled off several. That penalty was against. Now here's the second man through. It's Grimes again. He's headed for the end zone. Touchdown, Miners. Kevin Grimes picks up about 60 yards on the play.
Wow, Jim, you got a little excited there. You serve a little towel with your baths here? Man.
You know you love it, Marty.
That was great. Broke into the secondary, and, man, there was nobody but wide open green turf in front of him. Takes it in. That was a big, quick drive.
So Senna in for the extra point. Grimes holding, kicked.
That's good.
And good. So a look at the scoreboard. Amazingly enough, the Miners ultra efficient on that drive with 2:14 to go in the first half. The Miners have retaken the lead 10-7. Man, Marty, you know, that's what they've needed to do all night.
I know. Boy, that hole opened up over the right side, and Grimes just
I'm going to tell you, this may sound odd to you, but the key to that drive was Mike Champagne. Champagne literally took 3 guys out.
He did.
And when he took those 3 guys out, it allowed Grimes to get a huge gain on the play and set him up for that carry.
Well, that only took about 20 seconds off the clock, maybe 30 seconds, and Miners score from their own 27 on 4 plays, and they've now taken the lead 10-7.
I noticed the PA announcer wasn't quite as excited about that play as he was the Monterey Trail plays.
Well, I think it worked for you, too. Here's the kick.
High and very deep, and again in and out of the end zone. And they talked about it early in the season. They said that Lawrence Reese would be a special weapon in kickoffs, and Marty, that is proving true.
Oh, boy, I tell you, he's got a leg on him. That ball was way deep into the end zone, almost out of the back line.
So we'll see what the Mustangs can do with 2 minutes and 14 seconds.
Well, they can strike from just about anywhere, as we found out earlier.
I believe they have one timeout left, Marty.
I think they do.
And there's that play around the right side, but that isn't going to do much except eat up clock.
Yeah, the Miners strung that out, and they all rotated to the left side, and they were able to close that down with just maybe a yard and a half gain.
The Mustangs in no hurry, but the referees have stopped the clock, and I think the Miners have taken their last time out. You know, you kind of would have thought in that situation that maybe the Miners would have let them go into their huddle and bleed it a little bit, but maybe they're saying, hey, with second down, we can stop them and get the ball one more time.
That's a good positive attitude, but it can also come back to haunt you, too, in case they break another one. Because that quarterback, Calvon, he already has an 80-yard run in this quarter, and he can break just from anywhere.
Marty, can you tell me, is it a federal offense to destroy a speaker in a high school?
It might be, but I'd like to
what nonsense.
Get a copy of that CD.
Yeah, you'd listen to that while you were golfing. It'd probably improve your game, Marty.
I don't know. It's pretty nerve-wracking.
So a 2nd and 8, 1:57 to go on this first half clock. Throws over the middle, has 2 men, and breaks through. Miners have to chase him down. They seemingly get the angle, but they take him down at about the 38-yard line. And Ethan Clark with the reception from Calvon. And they're trying to hurry up offense here. Plenty of time now for the Mustangs. 1:48 to go. Clock is now running. Calvon with his biggest rushing. His biggest passing play. And here we are. We'll see it again, Marty.
Okay, now let's see. Rolls out. And then looks downfield. And he's got 2 receivers. And then he gets by the first secondary man, and then coming up and making a big stop. Trying to get his blocker in there, but couldn't do it. And then coming up.
Back to live action. Handoff up the middle, and a nice big gain. Close to first down. No, I guess that'll bring up about a 3rd down and 5. 1 minute to go in the first half. 3rd and long. There's Calvon again, and I think he came close to and perhaps picked up the first down, and yes, he did. 46.2 seconds to go in the first half. And they're trying to get him, and the chains are very slow to move, but the clock now runs. Inside the 30, 1st and 10. 36 seconds to go. And here's a pitch. Miners are pursuing. Throws long for the end zone. Good coverage by Nevada Union.
And it's intercepted.
And it's intercepted.
That looked like Houlihan.
Tyler Houlihan with the interception. And Marty, the Miners intelligent there. They didn't bite.
They didn't. They held their positions, and he threw into double coverage, and he kind of got an air ball out of that, and he got it up in the air.
So what does Pay do here, Marty? Does he go for another strike, or does he say, let's call it a half?
Okay, now watch this. He never sold the run, and then he started to run, and then he let go of it. But it was pass into the corner, but into double coverage, and Houlihan was right there to make that. I think he just they take a knee and go in with the lead. Nope.
Well, Connor Keith doesn't get much, but that probably will be the last play of the first half.
Before they bring that music up again from those CDs that they're playing across the way, I'm going to take a CD of Barry Manilow over there, and
I'm sure
Mrs. Keith and I will be listening to Barry.
I don't think she'll go over with you, Marty. But the Miners, you might say they didn't have the best first half we've ever seen them play. But, this is a tough lead that they're playing, and they have a 10-7 lead.
Yeah, 10-7 here at halftime. And it's a Donnybrook that, there was no action at all on the Miners' part in that first quarter. But then they open it up, and they set with the field goal and that big touchdown. And so now they've taken a 10-7 lead. And the only big play, although the Mustangs have driven the ball up and down the field with not too much in the way of resistance by the defense, it was that big play by Calvin, the quarterback, of an 80-yard run with 6:07 on the clock in the second quarter, and those are your two scores, 10-7, favor of the Miners.
Well, and Grimes on the other side of the ball. Grimes had two huge carries there to cap that drive that got the Miners their only touchdown of the first half. And for Nevada Union, you've got to say to yourself, okay, they ended the first half with the ball, but they will begin the second half receiving the kickoff. So prospects are that they will have their first drive offensively in the second half. And, I think, Marty, there's a good possibility that drive will set the tone for the second half.
I was just going to say the same thing to you, Jim, that could set the tone to what's going to happen during that second half. So as the Miners exit off the field and head for the locker room, I'd like to be a fly on the wall to listen to that, because I don't know. They had some positive things, but they had several negatives.
I think there are two things I'd like to say. One is, which is the same as last week, penalties killed them. And secondly, it prevented them from having a very fluid offense, because the offense kind of stuttered and stammered, and on the one drive where they really hit their stride, the results were dramatic.
Right.
And so Nevada Union with a 10-7 lead. And let's take a moment and enjoy the Nevada Union cheer squad. We'll be back with more halftime festivities. You're watching exclusive coverage of Nevada Union Miner football on the Touchdown Production Sports Network.
Experience Roadhouse food from around the world at the Old 5 Mile House on Highway 20, your 5-minute getaway for fun and family dining. Your host, Robert Smith, has transformed the Old 5 Mile House patio into a charming oasis with live music almost every day. You'll find good value and good times, and in September, enjoy the taste of Italy along with the core menu of Roadhouse food. Get something for everyone at the Old 5 Mile House, your 5-minute getaway.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call. Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Larry Ingersoll, Chief Title Officer and Manager of Placer Title in Grass Valley. Welcome to Placer Title's new office at 380 Sierra College Drive, Suite 100, Grass Valley. Placer Title's been in Nevada County since 1995 and has supported all the local athletics and especially minor football. So remember to look for Placer Title at our new home on Lytton Hill near Sierra College at 380 Sierra College Drive, Suite 100, Grass Valley.
The Painter family has been taking care of feeding Nevada County families since 1959, and in October will celebrate 50 years of service to you. At both locations of SPD, you'll always find USDA choice beef and a full-service meat department, a complete deli section, produce department, post office, and everything else that makes SPD so special. SPD Markets, hometown proud, where your neighbors shop.
And there you see the most intelligent lady in the audience over the top sound level. And of course, by Touchdown Productions, we're pleased to bring you this game. We're in our 14th season of local sports television. Jim Adams, along with Marty Mortensen, saying thanks for joining us tonight. Be sure to stay with us after the game when we announce the Bill Slade & Sons Trucking Player of the Game Award, created by Stuckey Engravers. Marty and I will select the most deserving Nevada Union Minor player and honor them with a beautiful Bill Slade & Sons Trucking Player of the Game Award. So stay tuned after the game for the Bill Slade & Sons Trucking Player of the Game Award, created by Stuckey Engravers, coming up immediately after this exclusive NU telecast. Marty, do you have any nominees? I have a couple of strange ones, but I think they'll make sense to you. Any nominees that you're thinking of?
So far, it's a toss-up for me. I'm going to have to probably, because you've seen the minors more than I have so far this year, I'm gonna lean heavily on you.
Well, I thought Devin Grimes in that one drive was very dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and here's perhaps a weird one for you, but maybe it'll make sense. I thought Mike Champagne's had a great game.
He has.
Now, of course, a lineman, when they stand out, they really have to be doing something great. But Grimes played well, but I thought on that, that one block that broke things open, how often do you see one player take out three others?
No,
I mean, that's difficult.
Yeah, and plus his running back Grimes was all over the back of him, pushing him, trying to get him to throw a block, and he had to take three guys out at one time. So that was a great offensive play.
I'm surprised Mike didn't turn around and said, "Will you be a little patient? Just let me get my job done, okay?" And let's go around the league and take a look at the standings.
Yeah, you see our Foothill League, which we're watching Nevada Union in action tonight, 1-1. It looks like it's a well-balanced league this year. Del Oro 1-1, Granite Bay 1-1, Rockland 1-1, Roseville at 1-0, and Wood Creek at 1-1. So I don't know how many teams are going to be taken out of this league to go on to the playoffs, but it looks like it's going to be a very tough league to get into the playoffs.
3 teams should come out of this league, but as you look at those standings, Roseville is getting plastered tonight by Folsom, so I don't think that Roseville will emerge from their week 2 with a unblemished record. And Marty, let's go to your league now, the Pioneer Valley League.
Yeah,
Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, Bear River, Placer, and Colfax both. All 3 teams so far are 2-0, and all 3 teams have looked very good in their first 2 games. Bear River tonight is up playing the. Let's see, where are they? They're in the. I can't even remember where they are, but they're up off of Highway 49. So. And
Calaveras, are they playing now?
No. It's the team that they used to be in the league with. The Grizzlies, and I don't know, we can check it here. But you can see that so far the Bear River, Placer, and Colfax are having it off to a great year.
That is going to be, Marty, the Pioneer Valley League is going to be as hotly contested as the new league in which Nevada Union resides.
Yeah, Bear River playing Golden Sierra. We just found it so far at 2-0. Now let's take.
Here's volleyball standings. The Sierra Foothill League, the Nevada Union Lady Miners, 4-1. Del Oro off to a good start, 10-1. I believe their only loss was to St. Francis. Granite Bay at 5-3, Rockland at 10-0, Roseville at 3-3, Wood Creek at 1-2. That'll be hotly contested this year as far as volleyball is concerned. So we've kind of taken you around the league, and here is the PVL volleyball. Bear River at 4-1, Placer at 2-0, Colfax at 4-3, Center having a hard time, Foothill at 2-1, and Lincoln at 1-1. And we'd like to remind you that in October, Nevada Union Lady Miners will have Pink Night again. And that, of course, is to honor cancer patients in Nevada County, led by Ken Carnahan. And Marnie McDowell this year will be the senior who has adopted that as her project. So we invite all of you to attend that event. We'll be back with second half action. You are watching exclusive coverage of Nevada Union Miner football on the Touchdown Productions Sports Network.
Gold and silver are more important as a part of your investment portfolio more now than ever before. There's inflationary pressures. China alone could push the gold price more than double from $1,000 to $2,000 an ounce. Hi, my name is Jason Hommel, and welcome to the JH Mint. Here at the JH Mint, we have all sorts of gold and silver. We have about 200 ounces of gold. We have about 20,000 ounces of silver or more in stock. We also assay or scrap gold jewelry and placer gold, and we will be here for all of your gold and silver investing needs Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Your car or truck is an extension of your personality. Chuck Cabros knows this, so Top This delivers truck and auto attitude every day with in-store displays featuring thousands of products from WeatherGuard, DZ, bracket truck racks, along with a large selection of aftermarket performance products, all from the top manufacturers. So give your car or truck the attitude it deserves at Top This Truck and Auto Accessories. The Hauser family reminds you if it's round, rubber, and it rolls, then you're sure to find it at Plaza Tire and Auto Service. From regular car and truck tires to small specialty tires for your trailers and golf carts, you can trust Plaza Tire has the tire for you. They stake their reputations on it every day. Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs, in Penn Valley, Nevada City, and in Colfax.
Hi, my name's Mark from Swayze's Public Wholesale at 140 East McKnight Way. At Swayze's, we have all kinds of automotive tools. We have all kinds of fasteners, 3 different pitches of metrics. We have safety equipment. And don't forget our glove world. We carry over 600 styles of gloves. If your canopy was damaged this winter, we have all the parts and supplies to fix and repair or expand it. It's Swayze's Public Wholesale. We have everything you need for everything you do. Open every day, 8 to 5 on the weekdays, open till 4 on the weekends.
Up right now. And of course, by Touchdown Productions, celebrating our 14th season of local sports television. Terry Tilley is harassing us up here again, so it takes it away a little bit from, and she's headed back down, so I guess that's a good thing. Jim Adams along with Marty Mortensen saying, thanks for tuning in and making us the #1 sports telecast in the Foothill. Remember, Touchdown Productions is more than just sports broadcast. We can also shoot, edit, duplicate, and provide you with many other video production services, including live multi-camera productions for your next event. Marty, did you know that they did that for us at Ray Morgan Company this summer? Did 3 different projects for us at Ray Morgan Company. It was very successful. Any event worth having is worth recording. Give us a call today at 274-2206 and bring us to your next event to record it on DVD. So another little aspect of some good things that Gill and Company do in the community.
Such versatility, huh?
And you usually, here's the neat part about it is that you usually, not only does Gil come, but he usually brings Lynn with him.
No,
and so that makes it nice
bonus.
because you have the nice, soft touch of Lynn at those events. So if Gil gets snarly, she brings him out of his tree.
I understand.
You know, so.
Well, did you notice here, Jim, now to get back to the ball game, that the Miners were late coming back into the Mustangs had come on about 2 minutes ahead of Nevada Union, so I guess the coaches in the locker room were seriously talking over their strategy for this
I
second
would think
half.
so. I would think that they had some choice words, and there you see the Miners out there. I talked about him a little bit here at halftime. You see number 63, that's Mike Champagne. Of course, number 65, Big Cody Long, the big senior for Nevada Union. I wouldn't be surprised if we found him playing D1 college next season. Cody, a great guy, and there you see him, number 65. He is a big human being.
I would definitely say that.
And Josh Senna, number 24. You know, there's another guy. Josh has had a good game tonight.
He's accounted for 4 points, 3 with a field goal, 1 extra point. So he's doing his job tonight.
There's a good shot of Brock Krause. And so Nevada Union will start off the second half with the ball. Going deep for the Miners will be Gabe Humphers. Let's talk a little bit about brother Hank Humphers. Hank was injured, of course, last week in the Ponderosa game. A knee injury, yet to totally be determined how severe it was, but Hank is not in the lineup tonight. He had an MRI today. They'll know the results of it on Monday, so we'll see how that pans out. We wish the very best to Hank and the Humphers family.
The Miners will be receiving to start this second half, and Jim, this is a time for the Miners to step up and set the tone.
It is. Hank Humphers, Devin Grimes deep.
Please report to the snack bar.
Their last kickoff by the Mustangs was less than impressive. A squib that went out at the 35, but this one will go, and it's taken by the up man. Grimes was there to be able to take it. Gets to the outside, some nice yardage, runs into several different players, but gets to about the 30-yard line.
That was Vallejo.
Tackle by number 37, Drake Toby.
So
we have a halftime update. Vacaville 42, Laguna Creek nothing at halftime.
So the Miners take up shop at the 29-yard line. 1st and 10. Coming off an impressive end to the first half. Here's a handoff. Nice gain on the play. Continues to move. Tanner Vallejo with the ball.
He picks up about 7 yards. Let's see what they spotted. It may be 8. No, it was 7.
Number 20, Tanner Vallejo on the carry.
And so a second down and 3.
Second and 4 for the Miners.
Early moments of the second half. Miners in front 10-7. We'll see what Josiah Pay can put together here. This one is to Grimes. Grimes twists and turns, and they looks like and it is, the ball goes on over. Grimes fumbles the ball, and the Miners turn over the ball to the Mustangs in great field position.
On the 35-yard line, it looks like, of the Miners. So what we were talking about, setting that tone, and that's not the way to do it to start it off.
That's exactly what they didn't need. But let's take a look here.
Here's the handoff, and as he went down to the ground, that ball popped out, and the Mustangs got it. So good. Oh, and then somebody jumped. There was a lot of movement there. I don't know who was offside. That might have been the Miners.
Well, I thought initial movement was against the Mustangs, so let's see what they come up with here. Someone drew the Miners offside. Miners only had the ball for 47 seconds to start that second half. And the officials really talking it over.
Because both linemen moved, but I don't know whether they were drawn off. No,
offside,
it was offside.
Nevada Union.
I thought they jumped. And when the Miners jumped offside, that drew the offensive lineman offside, and so first one that makes the infraction that gets caught, that's the side it goes on. So not off to a very good start here for the Miners, as they're deep in their own territory, trying to keep the Mustangs out of the end zone.
So a 1st and 5. Handoff up the middle. Gain close to a first down. but it'll be a second down.
4, tackled by number
2nd and 1.
Score update, Folsom 28, Roseville nothing.
So a 2nd and 1. Single back offense. Calvon keeps it, and he's going to score a touchdown.
So that's that same play on that fake handoff to the fullback, and then he just takes it on his own into the secondary and untouched into the end zone.
Yeah,
untouched.
He didn't have much resistance, did he?
Nope.
So a minute 30 into the second half, and instead of the Miners scoring, it's 6 points for the Mustang, and they retake the lead 13-10. Ball is snapped, spotted, kicked, and good. So with 10 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the third quarter, we are early into the third. The Mustangs retake the lead 14-10.
Conversion is good.
Now it's a 4-point game, and the Miners are just a little slow coming out of that locker room, and then they brought that slowness onto the field. Now watch this replay of that touchdown. He sets the line.
Well, we're going backwards here.
Here we go. Fake handoff to the fullback on a dive, and then just goes right around the end. Nobody touches him. Look at that. Not a hand gets laid on him. And he takes it right into the end zone.
Used his blockers exceedingly well.
Monterey Trail High School administration graciously donated some refreshments for all Monterey Trail High School staff. Please report to the snack bar.
And so the Miners are really going to have to take this one and get some first downs and move up the field. And, they talked about it in the pregame. Turnovers are a key, and the Miners are down 1 turnover in this contest tonight. And there's the kick. Miners don't do the reverse. This is Gabe Humphrey.
He got some room.
Gabe's got a hole, and he needs a block, and he got the block, and he's past midfield to the 46-yard line, 47-yard line of Monterey Trail. So a very nice kickoff return for Nevada Union gives the offense great field position.
They had that fake handoff, and about 4 of the Mustang defenders went for the fake. So all he had to do was come up that sideline. He had a couple of blockers in front of him, but then he was caught from behind. Good run. Start things off.
And looked like a screen, but it wasn't there. Now catches his man, and that is a completion and a nice gain on the play for Devin Grimes.
Yeah, that was an excellent read
but a flag on the play again.
Devin Grimes, tackle was made by number 27, Ethan Clark. Illegal block in the back against the Miners.
And they continue to make it tough on themselves. What would have been a very nicely gained first down will instead be a 1st and 15.
Now, see, to watch that, what was going to be a quick pass out into the flat, but then it was well read. And then, there's the block in the back. And so that's just like getting a 30-yard penalty.
So Nevada Union will have to suck it up here and see if they can get a first down. Josiah Pay throws it over into the flat. It's complete. It's Grimes again. Grimes taken down after about an 8-yard gain.
Well, that's good that the coaches have come right back to Grimes after he fumbled earlier. That set up that touchdown by the Mustangs. They've come right back to him on 2 consecutive plays. So that's a confidence builder for him.
So a 2nd down and 7. Miners moving the ball here. Fakes it to Grimes. Lots of time to throw. Now comes back to the other side. Picked up a block, and now he's going to get hit and go down, and Josiah should have gotten rid of that ball.
Waiting for a referee signal.
And the PA announcer needs to get a stronger set of binoculars, as he called a fumble on the play, but Josiah never did lose the ball. So 3rd down and 15.
That didn't have success. And we'll take a look at the replay on it, but it didn't have any success at all. Nobody was fooled. And then now watch, Pay almost gets his head taken off with this one tackle. Watch this. He came up and got him.
Boy, it looked like a horse collar, but perhaps not. Back to pass. Over the middle, but overthrown and incomplete.
He had his receiver wide open.
Fastball's incomplete.
And
that looks like it was to
Connor Fuller was the intended receiver, and Fuller was there for what looked like to be first
down.
Yardage.
First down. Now they'll have to go into punt formation and turn the ball over with 8:35 left in this 3rd quarter.
So even Josiah struggling a little. And there is a nice kick, goes backwards and is at about the 20-yard line.
He kicked away from the receivers as he don't want to take any chance on having a run back.
3rd quarter.
So with 8:25 to go in the 3rd quarter and Nevada Union trailing 14-10, the Mustangs take the ball at the 20. Ethan Clark near side, and movement by the Mustangs will cause them to start with a 1st and 15.
Well, that's one things you don't want to do deep in your own territory to start a drive is to have a penalty right off the bat and move you back. So now it's 1st and 15. So now you've got to go and put the ball in the air deep inside your own territory.
Pay throwing some passes here on the near sideline.
Yeah, he was hit pretty hard.
So a 1st and 15. Handoff up the middle. Good gain on the play. Breaking tackles.
There was about 4 missed tackles. There's very elusive on that running back. Bellamy, the ball carrier, he did all that on his own.
Got through a lot of Miners, and that will bring up a 2nd down and very short.
So just when you think you've got the offense in deep trouble, deep in their own end zone, in fact, looks like they're going to give them a 1st down.
Yeah, so it is a 1st down. So 15-yard pickup on the play. Up the middle for a short gain, maybe 3 yards.
Houlihan.
Bring up a 2nd and 6
on the tackle.
Drake Tofey on the carry. Another handoff up the middle. Good penetration. But here's a flag on the play. Good penetration, though, by that Mustang line, but holding on the, at least the initial call appears to be holding.
It was. It'll set them back 10 yards. As there was a hold call. The back judge referee threw that in there, and that was when you ever see that flag coming from the backfield like that, you're looking at a hold or a block. A late block or a low block.
So a second down and 16. Boy, and there's a good shot of Mike Champagne going both ways tonight, playing the offense and the defense. And back to pass throws, but that's going to be incomplete. Didn't have much time to throw.
Good pass rush by the...
And Mike Champagne was right in his face. That'll bring up a third down and long. And Marty, this is a situation that the Miners really need to take advantage of.
Right, they have been in this situation several times tonight, and on each time, the Mustangs have picked up a first down.
Miners need to rise to the occasion on this third and long. Two wideouts near side. Back to pass, scrambling now. Miners trying to close in, but he gets away. Now going over a great play here by Tanner Vallejo. And Vallejo with the tackle, and that'll bring up fourth down and long. But, you know, this scrambling quarterback, he almost got away again, Marty.
He did. He was only one tackler away from picking up some big yardage. And Vallejo came up and never gave up on the play and was able to make that tackle.
A real opportunity for Nevada Union. Tyler Houlihan deep, I believe, with Gabe Humphers. And for Nevada Union, they need to get good field position here, Marty. This is a real opportunity.
Yeah, big run back here would set him up.
Here comes the rush, but he gets it away.
Nice
and a
kick.
very nice kick. Humphers takes it. Now gets the corner. Now needs a block. Now has a convoy. Needs one more block. Gets it. Cuts in at the 10 and down at the 5. So Humphers with a great return.
Wow.
I believe fumbled at the end of the play, but a Miner fell on it. And the Miners will be in business inside the 10 at about the 5 for a first and goal.
He had the lane set up on that, Jim, and there was nobody in front of him except Miners. Now a timeout's being called. As that
by
was
the Miners. Well, and let's reset this. The ball's going to be at the 8.5-yard line. With that said, Marty, is this a must touchdown score for Nevada Union?
They have to score the touchdown here.
And I think that's why the timeout is called. If you take a look down on the field, you see Coach Keith there with his back to us, Dave Humphers on the left. You see Ernie Flores on the right. And with 5:37 to go in this third quarter, you see the Miners trailing by 4.
And you know the thing is, Jim, that Humphers was almost tackled on that when they tried to do that reverse, and he was almost tackled. He had just enough speed to burst to the outside, and then he had a caravan set up of blockers in front of him. And had he maybe stayed instead of trying to cut it up, the defender had a good angle on him, and he knew it. So he tried to cut to the inside, and that's where he got hit from behind, and that was the difference of not going in for a touchdown.
He also a little bit outran his blockers because he had a bevy of blockers there.
Oh yeah,
to help him out, but nonetheless, great return. Ball inside the 10 at the 8.5, and under center. Here's Connor Keith. Nice gain. Touchdown, Miners! Connor Keith with the 8.5 yards to punctuate a one-play drive. And with 5:33 to play, Nevada Union has retaken the lead, 16-14. Josh Senna in for the extra point. Devin Grimes holding. Connor Keith comes out. Spotted, kicked, and good. So the Miners up by 3. They retake the lead on some great special teams play.
That was all set up by that great return of about, that had to be close to 55 yards on that return. And had he just waited for his blockers to come in to help him, of course, when you see that end zone and you got a lane and you're going, I mean, what are you going to do? Say, okay, I'm going to dial this back a little bit and try to, no, that was.
That's a really good point.
Here's a touchdown with Connor Keith going in. Just followed his blockers. Good handoff, and there's some good blocking. That line just leveled him. You can see that block right there, and then he cuts back. He missed, tackle's missed, and he goes into the end zone for the score.
So for Nevada Union, as important as that offensive drive was and important as it was to pick up points, now they need to really hold defensively and try to reestablish a larger lead. So Reese to kick off.
Let's see how he does now, Jim, with the wind kind of into his face.
There it is, high and deep. The wind does hold it up a little, and it's taken at the 5. Miners trying to corral him. He gets away. Now gets to the 40. Now cuts back. And finally taken down on the play on a sure tackle by Christian DuPont.
Number 37,
Figueroa was in on that too, saved the touchdown.
So Tofi with the return takes it to the 42-yard line of Nevada Union. Kind of a lot of missed tackles here, though, Marty. A lot of opportunity.
Watch this, all these missed tackles.
He's hemmed in right there, but breaks away.
But the Miners didn't give up. And look at this. He just picking his spots.
So back to live action, 1st and 10. Again with the ball is Calvon.
They're very elusive running that these backs are putting up against the Miners tonight. They just follow their blockers and then cut to the inside outside and pick up the extra yardage.
And 5 yards on the play, so a 2nd and 5. This offensive line for the Mustangs has been impressive tonight. And there's a fumble.
I think he got it back, though.
No, I think Calvon, like you said, I think Calvon fell on it, and so that'll bring up a 3rd down.
There was a Miner right there, but Calvon had good enough reactions to be able to fall right back down on that ball and hold it.
So another big play here defensively for Nevada Union. A 3rd and 5 with a little bit more than 4 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Calvon brings his Mustangs up to the line of scrimmage. Dual back offense. Handoff, flags fly.
Illegal motion. That'll be probably a 5-yard penalty against the Mustangs.
And you know, speaking for the Mustangs, they really need to clean their penalty act up too. And then this is a killer. A 3rd and 5 becomes a 3rd and 10.
Exactly.
And both teams have suffered from that tonight. This is something that both teams need to work on.
So back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd down. Big play here.
Miners need to rise to the occasion defensively. Devontae Johnson, far side. Back to pass. Looking over the middle. Throws long. Out in front is Johnson. Taken down inside the 10.
Devontae Johnson!
And you know what was unbelievable about that? He didn't know what the play was. The coach was on the sideline over there telling him to get over, get over, get over. And then he breaks it into the secondary and makes that catch.
Locate the corner of Sheldon and Elk Road, Florida.
Cody Long in for Nevada Union, and
so he
too wide open, Marty.
Oh, he was. Just split the seam of the 3 linebackers and the safety. And just, boom. Nice pass.
Handoff, but nothing there. In fact, Calvon may have stayed with the ball, and he did.
They've gone to that play way too many times tonight, and the line for Nevada Union is starting to cut that down each time it's run.
Less success, but that big 3rd down and 10 play.
Oh boy, that's a killer.
The Miners really need to stand tall here. 2nd and goal from the 7. Inside 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Calvon again, but this time a handoff. Gets outside. Touchdown, Mustangs. And so the Mustangs retake the lead, 20-17.
Bellamy with the 7-yard touchdown run.
And so Bellamy with the carry, and the Mustangs with the points.
17, pending the conversion.
And in for the extra point is number 19, Juan Albaran. And he had one that just and a nice block by Nevada Union, but it's good. So the Miners get their hands on the ball, but it cannot prevent the extra point. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. Nevada Union is behind, trailing 21-17. And they're going to have to call on the offense again here, Marty, to march down the field.
Touchdown production scoreboard. 14 points in the 3rd quarter here for the Mustangs. That each time Nevada Union does something, they come right back and match it right up. Let's take a look at that touchdown run now. Bellamy's the ball carrier. He'll get the handoff. He'll skirt around the left side.
Sponsored by Health Row, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep. Wants to remind you to always
and there he is, 32.
32. Big, and look at that move.
Oh, very nice block.
Block of the inside, and then he takes it to the outside and just lowers his shoulder and goes in. For
hit
the
at the goal line by Matt Whitler, but a little bit late here. And the Miners again send Grimes and Humphers deep. And you may very well see the Mustangs kick short rather than deep, because the special teams of Nevada Union has hurt them tonight. So let's see what happens here. And it is short. Going on over to get it, and now fakes it. Needs a block to get outside, but he isn't going to get it, and down he goes.
He lost about 8 yards.
Tyler Houlihan on the return.
Tyler Houlihan on the fake reverse. Tackled by number 29, Jeffrey Malmanon.
And so Nevada Union will take up at the 13-yard line.
Malmanon came up and made that tackle. He was not fooled by the fake. Nobody blocked him. So now the Miners, starting on their own 13-yard line, have got a long way to go, Jim, with 2:34 left to go in the 3rd quarter, trailing by 4 points.
Man in motion, but gives it to the first man through. Nice gain by Connor Keith, and he picks up a first down.
Big hole. Right over left guard.
Connor Keith on the carry. First down for the Miners.
So a 1st and 10 for Nevada Union. And you kind of wonder whether they will go to Keith more in the last 14 minutes of this contest. And this is to the up man, and a nice hole, gets into the secondary. That's Gabe Humphers on the carry. Humphers having a very good night for Nevada Union.
Number 3, Gabe Humphers on the carry, tackled by number 27, Ethan Clark.
Both offensively and special teams, Gabe has had an impressive evening for the Miners.
He has.
Brock Krause far side. But again, this is Keith. Keith into the secondary. Big hole on the play. Another first down for Nevada Union. And the offensive line of Nevada Union really seems to be doing its job here on this drive, and in fact has gotten stronger in this second half.
Yeah, they have stepped up big time.
The only thing that stopped them on their first drive was a fumble. and the Monterey Trail Mustangs take a timeout. And probably a good timeout to take here, Marty, because the Miners were slicing big holes in that defense and gaining large yardage on every play.
Exactly right. And they have picked up over 35 yards in 3 consecutive plays, and
we have a score update.
That's what they want to do, is be able to move that ball. But the problem is the Miners drive, use up time, drive, score, and then kick the ball off to the Mustangs. They come back in a minute and a half and score, and they score on their own. So the defense has got to, once they get that lead again, they're going to have to step up just like the offense is doing right now.
And so a timeout taken by the Mustangs that they hope will slow the momentum of Nevada Union. But so far on this series, the Miners keeping the ball on the ground, and they've done a good job of opening up holes. Here's the handoff to Grimes. Grimes has Connor Keith leading the way. Another impressive gain for about 5 yards on the play.
Number 26, Kevin Grimes on the carry, tackled by number 27, Ethan Clark.
Not just a student body right on that one, and he stayed with his blockers and picked up about 5 yards.
1.5 to go in the third quarter. Miners down by 4, 21-17. Pay brings in the play, hands it off quickly to Brock Krause, who comes wide near side. Another man in motion, but Keith again with the ball. Not much of a gain there. And he gets mauled down, picks up a couple of yards, and that'll bring up about a 3rd down and 3 inside 1 minute in the third quarter.
Yeah, whatever he gained on that play was all done on his own.
Marty, is this 2-play territory?
I would definitely have to think so, because they can't, even though it's strong laying of Senna, you still have got to be kicking into the wind, and that's a long kick, so I would say they have to go. There's no sense trying to pin him back. They can score from any part of that field.
Pay in the shotgun, in fact, is going to throw a little flare out here to Grimes. Grimes with the first down.
Nice touch pass there by Pay, as he had plenty of time to throw the ball. He waited for his receiver, Grimes, to open up in the flat and hit him right on the numbers.
You know, Grimes did have the one fumble here in the second half for Nevada Union, but other than that, Marty, he's been pretty close to flawless. So this could be the last play of the third quarter. It's Grimes again, looking to find a hole. Gets one, nice gain, moderate gain for Nevada Union, and that's going to wrap up the third quarter. And so that puts 3 in the books here for Monterey Trail. Nevada Union trailing at the end of 3, 21-17. And they will open up the fourth quarter with a 2nd down and about 6. But Marty, good ball movement on this drive. They started
certainly is.
Started at about the about the 13-yard line.
Right. And it looks like Grimes has come to the sidelines to huddle up with his teammates, and he was limping on his way to the huddle. So there's your touchdown production scoreboard. 21-17.
Dave Humphers has got to be saying, okay, guys, we got 12 minutes here to win this game. And they're going to need a solid effort both offensively and defensively in this final quarter of this game.
And they're going to have to score here, and then the defense is going to have to step up and hold them.
And so for Nevada Union, an up and down quarter. They start off by fumbling the ball on their first offensive play to start the second half, and then Monterey Trail turns right around and scores. Miners scored, and now they're on the verge of scoring again after Monterey Trail came back. So we've got it at 21-17 with 12 minutes to go in this contest. Here comes the fourth quarter. Hand off to Humphers. Humphers doesn't find much. Maybe gets a yard or two.
Yeah, he tried to cut it to the inside. There was nothing on the outside. Tried to cut it back to the inside and was just met head on with a good tackle by the Mustangs. And that maybe went for a yard.
So a 3rd and 5. Pay is going to have to reach into that playbook and see what he might be able to come up with, a very strategic part of this contest. Grimes in. Keith in the backfield. Man in motion is Humphers, but this is Pay. He cuts inside, calling his own number, gets close to first down yardage.
I think they're going to give it
and
to
he
him.
got it.
Yeah, that was a nice play. We watched them run that in the walkthrough, and very successful use of that play here tonight on about 3 different occasions.
And you kind of get a feeling at this point in the game, Marty, that momentum is starting to shift the Miners' way. And they're moving the ball very nicely here. So a first down. This is Pay again. Up the middle. Big gain. Rumbles inside the 10. Faked that handoff to Connor Keith. I thought he went with Keith, but then he sprinted, and there's a good shot of Josiah Pay right there with the playbook on his left arm. And that'll make it a 2nd down and 3.
I know that was me out there, and I only weighed 170 pounds, and I'm looking at that. They keep calling my number. I'm going, whoa, come on, coach. I'm getting hammered out here.
Let's see what they go with here. This is Keith. Keith finds the hole, busts up the middle, gets inside the 5. I believe he has enough for first down yardage.
Let's see, they're going to
and he does.
1st and goal. Miners. Okay. Connor Keith is showing me a lot of tenacity here tonight every time he gets his hands on that ball.
And so what does Coach Dave Humphers go with here? 1st and goal. He goes with Keith. Keith up the middle.
Touchdown!
And in. Touchdown, Miners! And so Connor Keith again having a very strong night. And Marty, you got to say, he's the go-to person when they need some yardage.
Certainly is. That's his 2nd touchdown of the evening.
Senna in for a big extra point that would broaden the lead to 3. Spotted, kicked, and good.
Senna's got a very strong leg for the young man.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, he's had a good contest again tonight. So with 9:50 to go in this contest, the Miners have retaken the lead by 3 points, 24-21. And so, Marty, now the Miners, if they want to take this game over, they need to do what they have been incapable of doing, and that is making a really good, strong defensive stand once they've taken the lead.
But the problem, Jim, and we've said it here tonight, is that the elusiveness of these running backs and the quarterback for the Mustangs, Calvin, I mean, it's hard to stop it. And like we've said earlier, they've scored from every part of the field. They've been 3rd and long on many occasions, 2nd and long, and still made the conversion, 1st down. So, I mean,
has Pay said, Marty, just get me the ball and I'll do the rest.
So here's a handoff to Keith Connor. He makes a nice move there, follows his block, and drives into the end zone for the touchdown.
So this kickoff is a short one and comes up to one of the up men, and there's a block in the back. He might get more yardage, but that is going to take the ball to about the 10-yard line. They will start at about the 10. The flag is at the 20, so it'll be a 10-yard penalty back. Well, and now he puts it at the 21, so it'll go back to the 11 and the 10.5-yard line. So now the defense has to gut it out here, Marty, and say, you know what, it's time for us to make our stand.
take it back to the just inside the 11-yard line. And well, now the Miners drove down and got a field goal from starting at their own 5. So once again, now it's got to be a defensive stand for these Miners.
Dave Humphers, in his last words to his team tonight, said, "I need 4 quarters of great execution and great tenacity," and they're going to need the great execution there. And they, on the first play, a nice gain.
Calvon, the ball carrier, and he almost broke that one. Man, he's just got
very
so
deceptive.
quick.
Yeah. So a second down and about 4. 9 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. And I don't think he got it, and some heavy gang tackling by Nevada Union. That's going to bring up a third down.
Yeah, Bush was the first one to meet him for the on the right side of that defensive line and slowed him up, and then the rest of the line came in and just finished him off. So that'll bring up now third and about 3. Big hole, big stand right here.
Wow, a big play. And here it is. You see a good defensive play there.
Meeting him right there is
Kyle
Bush. And also with some help in there by Hardy.
So will Cal Vaughn call his own number? There's movement in advance. And a 3rd and 3 will become a 3rd and 8.
That could have been a first down, but I think the left end jumped the count early. Yep, illegal procedure.
And again, the Mustangs make the situation more difficult for themselves. With that said, in those situations, they've done fairly well tonight. Calvon in what looks like to be a passing situation, so the Miners secondary needs to bring in some excellent coverage.
Champagne's back into the game.
And they've had a hard time getting to Calvon, and a timeout is now taken by Monterey Trail. I believe that's the second they've called, Marty.
That's the second timeout.
And it's important for them to get it straight. There is a good shot of Dave Humphers.
I don't think Dave Humphers is very happy tonight. I mean, he's got the lead right now, but he's got to be lining up for next week's practices, the things to work on.
Yeah.
Because if they can hold him here now, I think the momentum of this game can change over.
Well, a hugely pivotal third down play. If Nevada Union, we'll daydream here for a moment. If Nevada Union could stop them and cause a punt, you have to wonder what Josiah Pay and Company might be able to do with the ball to drain some of this clock.
And a punt here into this breeze that is picked up here in the fourth quarter. Nevada Union could get good field position.
So, but that is some conjecture on our point. Let's take a look at what happens here. Michael Worthen near side being defended by Matt Whitler.
Look for a pass to number 20. That's Johnson.
And he's going to run it. Calvon doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. He's short.
So. Nice tackle in there by Houlihan.
And it is fourth down.
Very near a Mustang first down.
So what do they do here? A gutsy call.
Looks like they might go for it. That was a nice run by
4th and
Calvon.
1.
4th and 1. Here's your ball game.
Can the Miners rise to the occasion defensively here? And he gets his first down.
A fumble, but it came out after the.
And so they. Oh yeah, touchdown Mustangs, right? Boy, that guy needs to have another drink. Can you believe that, Marty?
No,
Have you ever heard anything like that? Somebody needs the hook.
Yeah, I think so.
He yells touchdown Mustangs with the, he needs to go back to football school.
Yeah, first
it's
down
only at the
call.
23.
Yeah, of their own 23.
And here's the handoff. Stutter steps, runs into the Miner defense, and a nice swarming defense.
Once again,
Gabe Humphers, Whitler and company.
Tanner Vallejo.
And a 2nd and 8. 6:40 to play in this contest in regulation. Cal Vaughn having an excellent contest tonight. He calls his own number again, but the Miners again on top of it, maybe a yard or two on the play.
Tanner Vallejo again in on the tackle. Along with Weiniger.
3rd and 6. Bodie Winiger in on the stop. So a big play inside 6 minutes at 5:50 to go. I kind of doubt we'll see the Mustangs punt here. But let's see what happens here first. Let's first play this 3rd down play. Back to pass. Has 2 men open. Throws incomplete. So 4th and long. And that ball should have been caught.
Right, he was open. Kind of floated a little bit on him.
4th and a long 6 for the Mustangs.
So 4th and 6 for the Mustangs with 5:35 to play. And it looks like they're sending in their punting team. However, the Miners need to be very wary in this situation.
I don't think they're going to send anybody back. Well, maybe. Looks like.
And Tyler Houlihan asking, okay, what are we going to do here? And the Miners have to be very careful on this 4th and long. And there's movement, and it was a short snap.
Yeah, but the lineman moved, and so that'll be a go against the Mustangs. They'll drive it back 5 more yards.
And Bellamy took the short snap, and it was up to him to see what he could do with that.
That's pretty dangerous. I guess they're saying, well, if we can get a first down, if we don't get it, our defense will hold them. But I don't know. Now they're going to kick.
Or so it seems. And they do. High and deep, no Miners back. That ball doesn't take that great of a roll. It goes out, or it goes out at the 45 of Nevada Union. And so now, Marty, the Miners offense has this game in their hands with 5:24 to play and a 3-point lead. This is their chance to really have their running game and their passing game put an exclamation point on the contest. So dished up to them exactly as they'd like it.
Well, but I don't think they're going to put the ball in the air. They're going to keep the ball on the ground. They'll get it to Connor Keith and maybe to Grimes if he's in there, because they want to try to run some time off the clock.
3 or 4 first downs and they would be in good shape. Short gain on the play. That is Connor Keith. Keith Connor as the
announcer said.
Man, that is one confused man.
Less than 3 minutes remaining in the game.
And the clock was stopped on that, Marty, for some reason. Whoa.
They have a hometown stadium announcer, and then they got a hometown clock operator, so it's the way it goes.
First man through is Keith, and another good job by the defense, led by number 19, Juan Albaran.
They stopped him for just a short run. There he is, number 19. Albaran is made a good defensive play there.
3rd down and long. Over comes Josiah Pay. Miners would be well served to convert this 3rd down play.
Must conversion here. See if they put it in the air, Jim.
Handoff is to Grimes. Grimes finds a hole, breaks through. Very short. I think he's going to be a little bit short of a first down.
Yeah, it's going to be about a half-yard short.
So a big decision here for Nevada Union. Marty, do they go for this?
Well, if you can't get a half a yard with the line that you've got and the big running back of Connor Keith.
Inside 4 minutes to play.
They'll go for it on fourth down. Less than a yard.
They've used up a good part of 2 minutes on this drive. 3:45 to go.
Just don't try to draw them offside.
Well, and they need to get over the ball, Marty, because they've taken a lot of time away from over the ball. And
now
there's the penalty flag for too much time.
Play a game. Now that hurts now.
That is a killer.
That was a quick clock.
You know, maybe you call a timeout there, Marty, and say, okay, we got to make this yard a priority.
Today a game against the Miners.
Boy, that hurts. That's a drive killer right there.
So fourth down and 3:28 to go. And timeout is taken. Hold on. They stop the clock, and now 3:24, they stop the clock.
Well,
and so here it is. Big play by Josiah Pay and company. Fourth down. Man in motion. And they jumped him off sides.
Well, hard count.
Wow. That is a big play.
They'll get that 5 yards back.
5-yard penalty against Mustangs. Brings it right back to 4.5 yards.
And with 3:24 to go, the Miners are back at 4th and 1. Kraus and Pay come back into the huddle. So a huge play here, and Nevada Union needs to get over the ball, Marty.
Yeah, they do. They need to hurry up.
Connor Keith again in the backfield. Grimes in motion. This is Keith, and first down yardage for Nevada Union.
Good hole over right guard.
Number 44, Connor Keith doubled ahead for a minor first down.
Blake Smith with a good block.
Remember that the Mustangs have only one timeout left.
One more first down, and this game can go in the record books here.
Good shot of Mike Champagne. Man in motion is Grimes, but this is Keith. Keith breaks through, gets about 4 yards on the play. Clock continues to run. I don't think that the Mustangs can afford to take a timeout yet. That'll be 2nd down and 6. So this showdown of the D1 champion and the runner-up from 2009 has come down to the last 2.5 minutes. Nevada Union leading by 3, and they have their fate in their own hands. Keith again in the backfield. Grimes in motion and stops, and this will be Devin Grimes. Big gain, uses his blockers and gets a first down, and Grimes has had a sensational game tonight, Marty.
He has. Both he and Connor Keith have really put on an exhibition here tonight.
Gil Devin Grimes.
He's still limping just a little bit.
So 2:12 to go. The Miners can afford to take a little bit of time.
Yeah, they're not in any hurry.
Kraus goes out far side. I doubt that we'll see any balls thrown at this point, but the Miners have a 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle. Nice gain again by Connor Keith. Good yardage. And they are close to driving the nail into the coffin. And you have to wonder, when will the Mustangs use their final timeout, if indeed they have one left, Marty?
They can tie this game up with a field goal. How important was that not going for that field goal in that first drive that they had? That's a difference in the ball game.
2nd and 3. Keith again, the workhorse, gets hit at the line of scrimmage, driven a little bit backwards. But that will bring up a third down play with 1:10 to go. Clock continues to run.
Third down.
Marty, are the Mustangs out of timeouts? They may be.
Could be. They called one real early in the third quarter. Then they called another one when the Miners were starting that drive. They picked up 35 yards in 3 plays. So maybe
if they have none left, this could be the last play of the game. Right. And it's Pay. It is the last play of the game because it's a touchdown, Nevada Union. And the nail has been driven into the coffin. Monterey Trail for 2 years in a row is done. It may not have been 20-2 as it was last December, but with a 30-21 lead with 36.4 to play, the Miners have taken over this game. Josh Senna in for the extra point, spotted, kicked, and good. So Josiah Pay calls his own number on what will probably be the final offensive play of the game for Nevada Union, and it is a success.
10-point lead now, and that is, boy, just like you said, that is the nail in the coffin. As he faked Connor Keith going over right tackle, and then took it to the outside. And nope, here we'll take a look at the replay on that.
Look at Pay calling his own number here, Marty.
Yeah. So here's the fake, and then he just rolls out to the right and does it all on his own. Got a good block in there. It took out one of the safeties, and it goes in untouched into the end zone. Nice.
Great speed by Josiah Pay, and for the Miners with 36.4 seconds to play, barring a miracle finish for the Mustangs, Nevada Union is in an excellent position to prevail in this huge D1 showdown in this third week of the season. And so what will the Miners come with here? Will they kick it deep? And could Reese put it right in the end zone? A line drive kick that is deep and into the end zone for a touchback. That is a huge play.
There's that strong leg again.
And Marty, that was huge. Reese has had a great night
too.
He
has. Well, we've got to start with 36 seconds left to go in this game. We've got to.
Here's what I think.
Bill Slate player of the game.
Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say Devin Grimes. Grimes had some hugely important carries and delivered on what he needed to do tonight.
Yeah, that was my pick was between Connor Keith and Devin Grimes, and
both have had excellent games.
Certainly have, and I'll let you make the call. But somebody jumped out offside. It looks like maybe not.
Over the middle, and a nice hit by Whitler. Whitler finishes it off with a shoulder to the ribs.
Oh boy!
So Devin Grimes will be our Bill Slate and Sons player of the game. Close decision. Josiah Pay had an incredible second half. Connor Keith really came through and had a fantastic game tonight.
Yeah, number 26.
And the clock didn't even run on that last play. It read 36.4 when they lined up. It reads 36.4 now. So a free play time-wise for the Mustangs. Thank you, Bill Slade and Sons Trucking and Stuckey Engravers. Back to pass. Throws. That's complete. And he is hit, but goes out of bounds.
That was
28 seconds
to Ethan Clark. But those short passes aren't going to make any difference.
But a flag is down.
Oh, if there is a flag down.
And the PA announcer has suddenly become quite quiet, Marty.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you call a touchdown
On the 23-yard line.
23-yard line. I guess somebody's got to come tell you that either watch the game or buy a ticket or don't make any more calls.
Well, and I think somebody delivered that message. So this is a major penalty, back to the 12. And boy, the Mustangs fans are leaving in droves. It looks like a Dodgers game in the ninth inning.
Yeah, with the Dodgers leading, right?
They came in with high hopes, but the sun will set on them with another loss. Flags fly again. There's a little skirmish over on the left side. And let's see what the call is now. It's delaying the inevitable. And this Mustangs team spoke of redemption. They said that and there they are. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them all leaving. They spoke of redemption and how last December it was truly a weather game. That was the reason that they lost. They should have won the game. But as the clock expires, this is decisive.
Half the distance to the goal, and they're losing their composure right now.
And they're starting the clock. Well, they're not starting the clock. Only the official is requesting it. And this might be the last play of the game. And it will be.
Clock runs down.
The final is in, and the news is good. Nevada Union 31-21. They come into the home of Monterey Trail, and they leave with a victory by 10 points in Marty, what was a very conclusive second half.
Certainly was. Nevada Union came out at halftime. They turned the ball over right away, but then they regrouped and made a good showing of it later on in the ball game.
So our Bill Slade and Sons Stuckey Engravers player of the game tonight is going to be Devin Grimes for the Miners. Marty, a pretty solid performance tonight. They really got it done.
They certainly did, and the only negative that you could see on this whole game tonight was the penalties that hurt them in crucial situations. Outside of that, they played a whale of a ball game.
And interesting that the Mustangs really took some penalties at inopportune times, and as the game concluded, they really lost their composure. We'll be back with some final comments. You're watching exclusive coverage of Nevada Union Miner football on the Touchdown Production Sports Network.
Experience Roadhouse food from around the world at the old 5 Mile House on Highway 20, your 5-minute getaway for fun and family dining. Your host, Robert Smith, has transformed the old 5 Mile House patio into a charming oasis with live music almost every day. You'll find good value and good times, and in September, enjoy the taste of Italy along with the core menu of Roadhouse food. Get something for everyone at the old 5 Mile House, your 5-minute getaway.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call. Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Larry Ingersoll, Chief Title Officer and Manager of Placer Title in Grass Valley. Welcome to Placer Title's new office at 380 Sierra College Drive, Suite 100, Grass Valley. Placer Title's been in Nevada County since 1995 and has supported all the local athletics and especially minor football. So remember to look for Placer Title at our new home on Lytton Hill near Sierra College at 380 Sierra College Drive, Suite 100, Grass Valley.
The Painter family has been taking care of feeding Nevada County families since 1959, and in October we'll celebrate 50 years of service to you. At both locations of SPD, you'll always find USDA choice beef and a full-service meat department, a complete deli section, produce department, post office, and everything else that makes SPD so special. SPD Markets, hometown proud, where your neighbors shop.
And by Touchdown Productions, beginning our 14th season of local sports television. Jim Adams, Marty Mortensen saying thanks for joining us tonight. Be sure to stay tuned as we have announced the Bill Slade and Sons Trucking Player of the Game. And we'll be right back with final comments. You're watching.
Gold and silver are more important as a part of your investment portfolio more now than ever before. There's inflationary pressures. China alone could push the gold price more than double from $1,000 to $2,000 an ounce. Hi, my name is Jason Hommel and welcome to the JH Mint. Here at the JH Mint we have all sorts of gold and silver. We have about 200 ounces of gold. We have about 20,000 ounces of silver or more in stock. We also assay or scrap gold jewelry and placer gold, and we will be here for all of your gold and silver investing needs Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Your car or truck is an extension of your personality. Chuck Cavros knows this, so Top This delivers truck and auto attitude every day with in-store displays featuring thousands of products from WeatherGuard, DZ, bracket truck racks, along with a large selection of aftermarket performance products, all from the top manufacturers. So give your car or truck the attitude it deserves at Top This Truck and Auto Accessories. The Hauser family reminds you if it's round, rubber, and it rolls, then you're sure to find it at Plaza Tire and Auto Service. From regular car and truck tires to small specialty tires for your trailers and golf carts, you can trust Plaza Tire has the tire for you. They stake their reputations on it every day. Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs, in Penn Valley, Nevada City, and in Colfax.
Hi, my name's Mark from Swayze's Public Wholesale at 140 East McKnight Way. At Swayze's, we have all kinds of automotive tools. We have all kinds of fasteners, 3 different pitches of metrics. We have safety equipment. And don't forget our glove world. We carry over 600 styles of gloves. If your canopy was damaged this winter, we have all the parts and supplies to fix and repair it or expand it. It's Swayze's Public Wholesale. We have everything you need for everything you do. Open every day, 8 to 5 on the weekdays, open till 4 on the weekends.
And our Bill Slade and Sons Trucking Player of the Game, Marty, he had a great contest tonight. Number 26, Devin Grimes, really picked up some great yardage when the Miners needed it and really rose to the occasion. I mean, we could have picked a handful of players, but tonight it's Devin Grimes. And so the Miners there, the Mustangs have left the field. It belongs right now to Nevada Union. They have their post-game celebration. Touchdown Productions, we're beginning our 14th season of local sports television. Jim Adams, Marty Mortensen, thanks for tuning in tonight, making us the #1 sports telecast in the foothills. Remember, Touchdown Productions is more than just sports broadcast. We can also shoot, edit, duplicate, and provide you with many other video production services, including live multi-camera productions for any event. Next week, Nevada Union. The Nevada Union Miners will come home to play the Chico Panthers, a back-to-back series where Nevada Union will go to Chico next year. They'll play them for the very first time. Marty, it is so long for our cameo appearance. You'll be back with Rick Elwood as you'll travel to Placer High for our first Placer-Hillman game of the year. They're going to host the Casa Robles Rams. It's 2 more great sports telecasts produced by Touchdown Productions, now seen worldwide at NevadaCountyTV.org. Just click on Watch NCTV Now or On Demand for the next broadcast of the NorCal Game of the Week. Big victory tonight by Nevada Union. Marty, final comments?
No, we just thanks again for bringing me on board again. I really enjoyed it. Our remote facility provider was Sean Kaszewski. Gilbert Dominguez was our executive producer. There's Sean.
Marty, great working with you tonight. It's always a gas, isn't it? Titles and replay by Carly Winquist. Camera operators Anthony Stewart, Sean Kaszewski, Gerald Davenport. Office manager Linda Mingus. Remote facilities brought to you by Commander 2 and Commander 2 Maintenance, Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Player of the Game Award, Bill Slade and Sons Trucking and Stuckey Engravers. Touchdown Sportswear by DK In Stitches. What's your sign? And Touchdown Accounting by Sierra Business Management, Don Gillis, and Cinto Graciano LLP. Here's that big play by Josiah Pay. Write us at gill@touchdownproductions.com. So you can also look at us at Facebook, but for Marty Mortensen, Gil Dominguez, and the entire Sports Down Productions team, this is Jim Adams reminding you that you've been watching exclusive coverage of Nevada Union Miners football. Good night, everybody.
Good night.